Hey, blast off, I can talk my ass off. Hey, smoke you what you seen and I'll tell you what I saw. Hollywood, what you think and I'll tell you what I thought. And we can talk about it all when we here on Trash Talk.
What it is, what it do, what's up? What's up? Smoke Dog, what number is this, bro?
19.
19,
yeah, you sure not talking about number 99? I'm pretty sure this is 99. We've been at this for about 2 years now, man. Trash Talk Podcast number 99.
99? Wait, who do we have on here? Who are you guys?
We the original Trash Talkers. Who are you?
Wow. Guys,
they said they were the original.
Okay, actually, technically they are. Guys, to everybody watching this. Yeah, I mean, technically he's right. But to everybody who's watching this right now, we have decided to cross over. And what'd you guys say you wanted to call this?
We're going to call this the Super Trash Talk. The Transatlantic Trash Talk. That's what JJ
said. I love that name. The Transatlantic Trash Talkers.
Yeah, so to us it's going to be number 99. To you guys it's 19. And we'll collab on this Trash Talk podcast. Should be interesting.
Should be great. So with let's introduce everybody. Of course, guys, to the Trash Talkers on the opposite side of the pond. My name is Behringer, Hollywood Six Binds, and
I am Larry, Smokey, Ramirez, Cowan. Who do we have over there?
That's a cool name. So I'm Alex, and that's my man JJ right here.
Yeah, that's me.
That's JJ.
Alex and
Not
JJ.
as fancy of a name, but you know.
That's awesome. So what's up, guys? How old are you guys? Just curious.
We're both 20.
Yeah, we're both 20.
But JJ's about to turn 21 in like a month.
Yes.
Oh.
No one would ever expect this, but I'm the older one.
Yeah, he's the older one.
Yeah, JJ sounds a little older than you do, Alex.
Is that true?
Look, so I'm curious. Okay, guys, by the way, if you guys are wondering, we're in... to all the Trash Talker fans in Germany, we're located in Atlanta, Georgia. To all of our Trash Talker fans here in America, they're located in Germany. So in America, the legal age to drink is 21. What is it in Germany?
You want to take a guess? Or do you know?
I would say 18.
I'd say 15.
It's difficult.
It's difficult. It's 16.
What?
It's 16 for the soft stuff, like beer. You can have a 16.
Well, I think technically there is no legal drinking age.
Is there not?
When you're 16, you can buy beer.
Yeah, 16 you're allowed to buy.
When you're 18, you can buy pretty much anything.
Yeah.
But technically, your parents can buy you a beer when you're 14, and no one is gonna make any trouble about it. And I don't think it's illegal either.
Yeah, fair enough.
So
there's teenagers running around there drunk.
Oh yeah,
yeah, all the time,
all the time.
I'm pretty sure it's not necessarily that different for you guys.
What? What do you say?
That's true. That is very true. What city are you guys in?
We're not from a city.
We're not in a city, but
from a countryside.
The closest major city would be Cologne.
Yeah.
Cologne.
But
Germany.
it's still like 80 miles from here, so it's like the middle of nowhere, basically.
Guys, I just want to let everybody know that's watching this podcast at home, on the German side and on the American side, you guys are in for a treat today.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a good one.
This is going to be a good one.
Yes.
Before we get into our segments, we're going to start off with the Florida Man segment, and then these guys, they've got some great topics as well, man. This is going to be dope.
All right, well,
one more question. I'm sorry, go ahead. What were you saying?
Yeah, I was just getting to the Florida Man thing. What do you have? But get your questions out first.
Yeah, I want to ask you guys. So, there's pretty much no legal age to drink. What about like tobacco? Like, how old do you have to be to buy tobacco?
Tobacco,
18.
You got to be 18. That's strict. Got to be 18.
Wow.
So here's the thing. We can talk about this actually in the second topic when we do like country comparisons, but we'll pick that up again.
Yeah, let's do that.
Because I have an opinion on that one too.
Okay, great. All right, well, let's get into the Florida Man. Smokey, what you got, bro?
All right, Florida Man is not at it this week.
Oh, Lord, what is it?
Florida Woman is at it.
No, it's not.
All right, the title of this one is Florida Woman Pulls Alligator Out of Her Pants During a Traffic Stop.
What?
An alligator.
Okay, hold on.
Like a grown alligator?
Yeah, like is it a grown alligator? Is it a baby alligator?
It is a foot-long baby alligator.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, women's pants are too tight to have a full-grown alligator.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah. That's the point.
Okay, wait a minute. Hold on, guys. We're talking about Florida here. Where was she hiding this alligator?
in her
I
back
mean,
pocket.
I know you're saying in her pants, but if she can put a foot-long alligator inside of,
Well, I
what's
mean,
her number?
women's pockets not really that deep, I guess. Handbag?
Yeah. Oh, she got one of those magician's pants, you know, like the stand-up
Right,
magician's
yeah.
stand. Yeah,
Just
like all sorts
Pull
of stuff.
out
also
a chain
pulled
of
the bicycle
alligators and
out.
never
Yeah,
stops.
exactly. There's like a rabbit in there and everything.
That's awesome. So give us the backstory. What we got, bro?
All right, not to be outdone by Florida man. Florida woman pulled a foot-long alligator out of her pants during a traffic stop on Monday. When deputies pulled over the woman, who was observed flying past a stop sign in a blue Chevy pickup, she pulled a baby alligator out of her pants. The Florida woman, identified as 25-year-old Ariel Michelle Marchand, also had 41 turtles in her possession.
Are you kidding me?
Wait. Can you repeat that number, man? 41
Yeah,
turtles?
repeat that.
She had 41 turtles in her possession.
Like on herself and within the car?
Probably in the car.
Apparently in the car.
Like in the
I
back?
doubt that someone has 42 reptiles on their person.
That sounds like the setup to the worst joke ever, dude. Is that what Florida is all about?
Dude, imagine if she got pulled over and the cop says, all right, ma'am, I need you to step out the car. Do you have any weapons? Do you have any drugs or any dangerous paraphernalia on you? Nah, I just got a foot-long alligator and about 42 turtles, 42 turtles in my car. Like, what the hell?
Got like 41 turtles in the back. Maybe the turtles were there for feeding the alligator.
Right.
So at one point, are the police watching this, and she's up to like 10, 12, 13, 14 turtles. How many do you have? And she just keeps pulling out turtle after turtle after turtle.
Like just opens the hood. Like there's another turtle.
So much for the magician pulling out like
Yeah.
the handkerchiefs.
Yeah, so
like,
much for the magician
turtle
pants.
Like she
That's
got
awesome.
just got done robbing a pet store or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me ask you guys. Over here in America, we have in America we have a thing to where we say the craziest people on earth come from Florida. Do you guys have something like that over there?
We got Bavaria.
oh god.
But I guess Bavaria is more of the Texas of Germany, and I don't think we have a Florida.
JJ said, "Oh God."
Yeah.
Hey, look, JJ is basically me. You know how I always say, "Oh Lord." JJ said, "Oh
Yeah.
God."
Yeah, I already figured that out. No, I don't think we have a Florida. To us, Florida is still Florida.
I mean-
You have a look at Reddit.
The problem with Florida is, the good thing about Florida, I guess, is that every single police report is a matter of public record, so
Yeah.
all the crazy stuff that happens just gets out there.
Yeah, we just know already.
Right.
Like we get the daily Florida Man reports too. There's nothing like it.
Oh, nice.
Dude, I am willing to stand by this. Some of the craziest people on earth come from Florida, USA.
And it's nice to
don't
know
doubt
that
it.
they're getting recognition around the world.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, by the
Florida
way,
man.
there's a website
Right.
online where you can look up your Florida Man. It's just an event of a Florida man that happened on your birthday. There's one for every day.
What?
You can
Nice.
you can
I
look it
haven't
up.
seen that.
You can look it up.
That's
It's out there.
awesome. All right,
Find
what
your
you
own
guys
Florida
got
man.
for us? What you got for us, guys?
So you want to talk about some country differences?
Sure, what you got?
So since you brought up the legal drinking age and stuff, so I was also curious about driving because that's a little bit more of a suspicious thing over there. Is there like an age limit, or it varies from state to state, I believe?
What's that? Are you referring to?
The driving age?
Yeah, driving age.
I think it's pretty much 15 nationwide.
Wow.
You can get a learner's permit at 15, and you can drive while accompanied by an adult.
Yeah,
But
that's
get
really
your
right.
regular license at 16, and you
Right.
can drive by yourself at that point.
Right. So in Germany, it's always just like pushed 2 years back. So
Yeah.
you can do the assisted driving. You can do it at 17. You can start your license at around 16, 17, and then when you're 18, you can drive by yourself.
So you can be good and drunk before you start driving. Huh?
That's the thing. That's exactly right. That's the thing. I just don't agree with in Germany. We teach kids to drink before we teach them to drive. That's what we do.
Yeah, that's a little weird.
Well,
That's
let me
weird.
ask you, what is? Do you guys have a lot of drunk drivers over there?
We know one in person.
Well, I mean, I don't think it's disproportionately problematic comparative to other countries.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. We're pretty strict in terms of regulations there. It's Germany after all.
Right. So, Man, there's so much I want to ask you guys. I know you guys have a segment you want to get off. You guys want to go ahead and get into that, or
We don't have a specific thing planned. That's what we wanted to talk about.
Our next segment would be the fact of the week,
Would be
which
the fact
comes
of the week.
about halfway through the podcast.
We just
usually.
have some discussion. Just compare some cultural differences.
well, let's talk some country differences.
Yeah, so like with the driving specifically, like it's real. Like I think a reason for maybe drivers being more responsible with the drinking thing in Germany. I'm not saying that all of them are. Is we got to go through rigorous education here. I'm currently getting a license for motorcycles, and I have to take dozens of hours of theory courses. I got to take several exams and practical lessons. I got to take like 12 practical lessons driving around. And in America, you take a weekend course and you can drive every motorcycle you want.
Yes.
Exactly. Now,
It's
if
crazy.
you ask me, that's why I think America's road fatalities and America's road deaths are because of that.
Yeah, for
they
sure.
give these teenagers and these literally at the age of 15, you are capable of getting in a motor vehicle and driving.
After only answering like 20 questions.
Right. I don't know how tedious you guys' driving test is, but ours, all you have to do is literally check yes or no and show us that you can drive.
Well, it's
Yeah.
multiple choice, but yes.
Right.
That's crazy. We don't have anything like getting taught by your dad at home in the family car. You got to go to driving school. You gotta. So I'm talking car. I'm talking car license, right? You got to go to driving school. You got to sit through 6 weeks. That's twice a week. Hours of theory courses. You got to take the theoretical exam, and you can start to drive.
Oh my god.
About the same amount of time.
Let me tell you how. Oh, go ahead.
About the same amount of time, same amount of hours. The whole thing costs like over $1,000, and like 3 months later, you might get your license.
Wow.
That is
crazy.
crazy.
Let me tell you how I learned to drive. My grandfather had this giant 78 Thunderbird. It was a Ford Thunderbird, and it was as big as a boat.
Wait. Was it as big as a boat or big as a yacht?
Maybe a yacht.
Okay, yeah.
It was 18 feet long.
Okay.
So I'm 15 years old. I go and I answer these few questions. I get my learner's permit. Soon as I walk back out to the car, he hands me the keys. We take off.
Wow.
Wow.
And how old were you at this time?
15.
Wow.
Wow, dude, that's crazy. We literally can't even drive a scooter. We can't ride a scooter at 15.
my
We can't do
God.
anything.
Wow.
16 is the minimum for even like a scooter to could do 25. It's
Okay,
crazy.
all right. Well, hold on. Let me ask you guys this question. Okay, so you what'd you say? 18 until you can
18
drive?
to be driving by yourself in a car, yeah. 17 for
Okay.
assisted.
So, Alex, you there?
Yeah.
All right, JJ, you there?
Yeah.
JJ, I want to ask you a question. Would you give up your ability to drink at the age of 15 if you could get your license at 15? Or would you keep your ability to drive at 18 and drink at 15? You get what I'm saying? Like, would you switch
Yeah,
it up
we
if
know.
you could?
Honestly, I don't care much either way. I didn't really. First of all, I don't drink a lot in general, but I really started drinking every now and again when I was like 17. And I never really needed a car until I got to university, which I was 18 at the time. So either one, I don't really need too much in my life. So it's fine the way it is for me.
He
But
drives more than he drinks. at
I
least.
wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't care either way.
Oh, wow.
But would you want to change that socially so that there's not other people, 15-year-olds drinking? And,
On the road driving?
well,
Yeah, I mean,
they're
for-
not on the road
Probably.
yet at 15.
For that
but-
reason, it's definitely better if there's not. I don't think 15-year-olds should be driving a car. Although that might just be because that's just how I know it.
Well, they should be driving a car more than they should be drinking, in my opinion. At
Well,
least, you know.
as long as they're just drinking, they're not doing anyone harm.
I agree with JJ on that 100%. Now, so okay, see, and I've been to Germany before, guys, and I was young when I went, but the one thing I remember about Germany is all the streets being made from cobblestone. Are you guys
That's-
familiar with that?
That's more of a thing in like older parts of the city or
like
something.
all
It's
parts of
not.
town. That's not really.
That's
not
not
really the case.
the day-to-day situation.
Right. Yeah, but I don't know, man. Dude, guys, I'm just gonna keep it real with you, and to all the trash talkers out there, y'all, in America, I'm speaking to you guys right now. You guys know that if you give a 15-year-old a license to where they can drive a motor vehicle on any road, and they're able to drink at the age of 15, I promise you, there will be, if not double, if not triple, the amount of homicides due to motor vehicle accidents. You know? I mean,
Yeah.
that's just how I look at it. You don't want a 15-year-old, hey, man, I'm going to come pick you up, bro. You at the house? Yeah, come over. He's 15-year-old. He comes, picks you up, and he's got 17 shots of vodka in him, and he's got his license? Of course not.
Well, I'm gonna say like that. I'd rather have a 15, 16-year-old driving than drinking.
Well, but
I
if they're
agree with
drinking and not driving, the only person they're harming is themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe someone else in a
That's
fist
true
fight.
also.
But again, like at 15, if gone through proper education, you could be a good driver at 15. It's not like you're physically incapable or like you're immature or something. Like 15-year-olds can like if 15-year-olds went through the same stuff that we do in Germany at 15, it'd be no problem. You know, if you get a license in Germany, you did your due. Like you are qualified to drive if you get your license in Germany. I can promise
I
you that.
still think that 15-year-olds will get more dumb ideas like, oh, I know I'm not allowed to drink and drive, but I'm still going to do it because
But I'm
I
going to
think I
do
know
it.
better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Like an 18-year-old would do that to the same degree.
I would think that 18-year-olds are at least somewhat more responsible than 15-year-olds.
Oof, I don't think so. I'm not sure. I think
By a small
at
margin.
18 like
Very
it plummets.
small.
I think at 18 you plummets.
Wow.
Like you get access to other stuff. Nah, not sure.
So off the driving subject, I want to ask you guys, what is the legal age of consent of sex over there? Like over here in
It
Georgia,
varies by state.
right? Well, where we are in Georgia, what is it?
It's 16 with your parents' permission, and 17 without.
Okay,
Okay, so
the parents' permission thing is the most awkward thing.
Yeah,
ever.
that's...
Isn't
I
it?
know, right?
Isn't it?
Dude, imagine going to your parents and say, "Mom, I think I want to have sex today."
Are you cool with that?
And your mom,
Can you please sign off on that?
Yeah, exactly. Can I get you?
Your
Can I
mom
get you
being
sign a
like-
slip?
like, well, I did it, so go right ahead.
Dude.
I will
Yeah,
say
but what's your guys' legal consent?
I think it's what is it? I think it's actually a bit more harsh here.
I think it
I think
it
it's
is a bit more ratcheted. I think
yeah.
theoretically, I think a 14-year-old...
Wait. Did you just say ratchet?
I think you said.
Yeah, I said red shit. I'm not sure.
Oh, I thought you
Ratchet.
said ratchet, dude. That's a term we use in the South.
That's an American slang term.
Right. I'm sorry to
No, no.
interrupt, but go ahead.
I meant as in, it's a bit more staggered in that I think theoretically it starts at 14, but you are only allowed to sleep with people, like only people up to 18 are allowed to sleep with you or something.
Within 2 years of your age or
Yeah,
something.
there's-
So I'll give you a scenario, right? 14 on 16 is fine. 17 on 15 is fine. 25 on 18 is fine, but 18 on 17 is not fine. So there's like a line at 17 and 18 where someone who's
God.
underage can't sleep with someone who's of age, but like under that and down to 14, everything goes.
Yeah, it's a bit complicated.
So say like you and your girlfriend, you're both 17 years old, everything's fine. As soon as the first person turns 18, it's illegal until the second person.
no,
turns 18.
there's
Something
actually,
like that, right?
I think there's a rule where it's like, if you've been in a relationship before the other person
What?
turns 18, it's very
It's
complicated.
terrible. It's awful.
Do you know how weird Germans are about bureaucracy?
Yeah, it's terrible.
It's horrible.
Sir, I know how weird Germans are, period.
Yeah, thank you. So do we.
Yeah.
We live among them. It's crazy.
Now, not to get too vulgar here, but you guys have some weird porn.
Oh my God, you guys have the weirdest porn.
Don't blame the individual German for the country's production, okay? I'm not holding a grudge against all of Japan because anime exists.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Listen, I just got to all the people watching this. I just have to ask a quick technical note. You guys are recording audio on your side right now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, good. Yeah, man, over here, dude, in America, y'all's porn is just like,
It's it's novelty over here.
I mean,
novelty.
you guys, y'all have fart porn. Who gets off on chicks farting in their face?
I thought that was Canadian. Y'all was South Park, Terrence and Phillips show?
You may be right.
He might be right.
Now, see, I saw this weird thing, man. Back when, now I'm old and I'm really dating myself here, but back before, I mean, there was internet back then when I was young in school, but we would pass around videos. But, you know, most of us weren't on the internet at that time because it was in its early stages. But there was this video that would be passed around of German porn where this guy would get his
Don't say it. Oh my God, please don't say it.
he would get his anatomy nailed to a
Oh my God.
stool, and a woman would kick him in the testicles with high heels on and things like
Ouch.
that. And it was always a thing that would go around that Germans have these really weird niches in their porn. And so you're saying that's not normal though. I mean, that's not just accepted, or is it?
Well, running into the average psychopath on the streets out here, I'm not so sure. But
I
personally, not familiar.
I don't know anything about the German porn industry specifically, but I don't think that's an everyday occurrence per se in like
I don't think so.
the average person's sex life or anything like that.
Not everyone's Sigmund Freud over here.
Dude, that is crazy. So I mean, there, guys, we're a little bit older than you guys, not too much older, but a personal question, and feel free to answer if you want. Feel free to answer if you don't want. But you guys both watch porn, right?
No.
That is crazy.
See, it's almost in America, it's almost how do I say this? It's a normal thing.
Right. Yeah,
And-
I would say 80% of people in America watch porn.
Yeah, it's a
That's
given
wild.
that you're going
I'm pretty
to watch
sure
it.
that's the same in Germany. It's one of those things where like basically most people, or at least most guys, do it, but it's just something that you also don't really talk about that much. So at all
really?
usually.
What?
But 80%,
Oh, we're
that
open.
sounds
We have
wow.
porn awards for the best
Yeah.
porn stars over here.
Really?
Absolutely,
Yes.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, we have, like, you go to the Grammys, you go to the Oscar, there's literally the cum awards.
Wow.
I mean, literally, it's crazy, man.
That's insane, dude. That's insane.
It is.
So I've got guys, to all the trash talkers out there here in America and in Germany, you guys are definitely in store for a great podcast on both ends. But I want to ask you guys another question. Well, first let me say this. When I did go to Germany, I remember there being a McDonald's. You guys have McDonald's, right?
Yeah, we have McDonald's.
Yeah, most of those chains are international.
Yeah, we got everything.
I mean, for fuck's sake, it's a Scottish company, okay?
McDonald's?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're of
Really?
Scottish origin.
McDonald's.
Yeah, I think so, actually. Yeah, it makes sense.
McDonald's is Scottish?
Well,
Yes.
the founder.
I'm pretty sure they were founded in America, but by a Scot.
Yeah.
It's there's definitely some Scotland connection there. But yeah, we have McDonald's, Burger King, KFC, Subway. We have them all.
It's all
Y'all
over the
have
place.
all that there?
We got everything.
Yeah, wait, hold on. Do y'all have a Taco Bell?
I've been to one, but that's rare. I have one, so here's the thing, right? So here's the thing, right? My dad is from a city where there's like a 40% American population because there's a large Air Force base there, so it's all Americanized, right? So they got everything. We got there's like a Pizza Hut and a Taco Bell and a Wendy's all in one street. But like around here, we don't have that much. We got like a McDonald's and a KFC and a Burger King in the next city, but not that much else.
But what I was gonna say is one thing two things. Of course, I've already spoke on it, but the cobblestone streets, I vividly remember that. Also, I vividly remember being able to go into a McDonald's and purchase a Big Mac. I don't know if you guys have Big Macs over there.
Of course,
Yeah, of
But-
course.
Y'all got Big Macs over there?
we got Big Mac. We got
That's
Big
one of
Macs,
the that's one of the staples.
Yeah.
Like a lot of the basic burgers you can just get
Yeah.
all over the world.
That's a real one.
Like Asia,
Well, it's
Europe,
hard to
America.
I mean, I imagine it would be hard to tell right offhand, but do you know of any menu items that are specific to Germany?
Germany, yeah. Like, what do y'all have that we don't?
Oh, sometimes when there's like the Oktoberfest going on, we got like specific Bavarian sausage bullshit sandwiches there.
Wow, that's
They do that sometimes, and they got like they put like sauerkraut on those too. It's terrible.
I want it.
No, you don't. You really
No, I
don't.
love sauerkraut, bro. Look, but what I was gonna say is I
On
vividly
sandwich?
remember being able to go into a McDonald's, and I went with my mom, but I remember being able to go in there and I purchased a Big Mac, and you could get a pint of beer on the side of your Big Mac.
In the McDonald's?
Yes,
They
this
do
was
that?
in the
Yeah,
air.
I
This
think
was
it's
in the airport
possible.
now. I don't know if this was a residential area, but this happened in the airport. So
I mean, you can get beer pretty much anywhere. Like you can go to a movie theater and order yourself a beer. That's relatively
Yeah,
normal.
that's
Oh,
true.
wow.
Yeah, we don't have like the whole
We-
public intoxication thing. That's not a thing.
Oh yeah, right. You can publicly drink alcohol.
Yeah.
That's
that's not illegal.
No brown
No.
paper bags, man. You look at like a small town concert. We got like these small town concerts where some cover bands show up in the summer. You got every 16-year-old running around with the bottles. No problem.
Well, sometimes even they'll bring a 6-pack or a crate of beer. They'll just put it on the table.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Wow.
normalcy here. It's crazy.
If you
Yeah.
walk outside with an open container here, you are going to see blue lights.
You are going to jail.
Nah, there's no problem with that.
I mean, in America, it's generally relatively easy to go to jail. I think you got
Yeah.
by per capita the largest prison population in the world.
yeah, I think so.
We do.
Oh my
we have,
god, that is crazy.
We
Well, that's
have,
another thing. That's
less-
another thing. In Germany, it is not illegal to break out of prison.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Whoa, really?
You don't get extra time for breaking out. You still have to, if they capture you, you still have to finish your sentence,
gotta
but
go
you don't
back.
get extra time.
You're not
but
gonna.
they don't give
any
you
time.
extra time?
Nope, you can't get any charge.
I mean, you're probably not getting out early on good behavior, but
You're not,
If you break out here, they're adding 10 years.
They're gonna shoot you in the head.
Well, that's possible. You might get shot before you make it back.
Yeah.
But if they bring you back, you're going to get 10 years added on.
No,
That
there's,
is-
there's no
but I,
street
think,
charge.
I think it's the same in like China and Russia too. I believe there's a few countries
There's a
that do
few
that.
countries that have it. Not a lot, but in Germany, it's we'll practice that religiously. It's like a thing that this is a problem with like the Constitution about people being having the right to seek out freedom for themselves or something. So apparently, someone escaping from prison is them exercising their right to do that.
Wow.
So they can't get charges for it.
Also,
So-
while we're talking about charges, no death sentences, like just
Yeah.
categorically.
That's true.
Wait a
Although
minute. Wait a minute.
Technically, you can be sentenced to death in Hessia, but they aren't allowed to execute you, which is just a weird.
Yeah, because of
The thing-
federal law overrides it.
Yeah.
So we don't
So-
have death penalty.
So basically, a death penalty in Germany is you just die in prison of old
Yeah.
age.
There's lifelong sentences, but there is no death sentence.
Even though we barely ever have the actual life sentences. Like, you know how in America you get crimes stacked on top of each other and you can commit 3 murders and you get three life sentences?
Yes.
We don't have that. Like, you commit 3 murders, you get charged with one thing, and then you get the so-called life sentence, which usually means 25 years, and after that you're at least eligible for
Well,
parole.
yeah, I believe after 20 years you can apply to be released, but whether or not they grant it depends on the situation.
Oh my god.
Wow, this brings up a couple things. Do you know here there's one guy that we have in our prison system that is serving 1,800 years?
Yeah.
Hold on. I want y'all to grasp that. Not 10 years, not 20 years, not 100. How many, Smokey?
1,800
Jesus.
years.
It's a lot of
Now,
years.
his great-great-grandkids will never be able to fulfill that.
Nope.
But this is my thing. How do you serve 1,800 years? What are they expecting you to die, come back to life, and then go back to prison, die,
He's gonna
come
keep your
back
dead
to
body around for 2 millennia.
exactly.
Exactly. He's still chained up to the wall. He died 400 years ago. Now, that is a thing that I have a big problem with here in America. We take lower level criminals, and I'm an advocate for we should never throw in non-violent criminals with violent criminals, but we do it all the time. Now, we have less than 2% of the world's population here.
Right.
But we have 23% of the world's incarcerated population. That's
crazy.
That is extreme to think about, but
But
that
it's
is
a
exactly
business.
what we do here.
Yeah, that's the problem. The
It's
privatized
a
prison
business.
industry.
It's a business in
Yes.
America. Gotta keep the
It's-
housing block full.
Every inmate is a paycheck.
Yeah, you know that quote that I don't know who said it, but the perfect prison system is one that aims to put itself out of business.
Yeah.
Wow.
It really would be. I haven't heard that quote, but I agree with that fully. Now, have you guys seen Denmark's prisons? Like any?
I've been to Denmark.
Yeah,
Any
the Scandinavian prisons are they're really progressive.
Yeah, it's like a
Dude,
resort.
They're like a 5-star hotel.
Yes.
Yeah, like hotels. They got
And their
private islands. People
recidivism
can-
rate is extremely low. They don't
Exactly.
have reoffenders there like we do. We take our criminals and make them into better criminals.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
people
that's-
go insane.
That's what you get for just
Yes.
putting them with other criminals. And then also, the stigma of having been to jail is, of course, horrible because you're not getting a job after that, so you kind of have to fall back onto old patterns almost.
Yeah,
And-
that's exactly what it is now.
And
We
the thing
have,
is too, like over there, you get a speeding ticket and you get unlucky. There happens to be a spot in like a supermax prison. You're in a cell with a murderer.
Yes, that's
and you get
exactly
involved
how it
with
is.
drugs and gangs because you kind of have to, because they'll kill you, and you're in there, you know.
Well, yeah, we actually take our inmates that are serving more than 2 years. We take them out of the jails and throw them into prisons.
Yeah.
And there is like a classification prison where they take every single inmate from the entire state, throw them all into one prison to see what prison they want to send them to.
Jesus.
And that's
crazy.
where you can take someone who wrote a bad check, throw him in a cell with a murderer, and that guy has to become a murderer to survive.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Guys, I want to ask you a question. Over here, America is called the land of the free. Do y'all hear that over there? Do y'all hear that America is called the land of the free?
Well, we know that it's called that.
Yeah,
obviously.
I think it's more of a like we're aware that you call yourself
Yeah.
that. I don't think we call it that.
we don't perpetuate it that much.
I mean, we've just literally gone over the stats of how that's like
Yeah.
the furthest from the truth it
Yeah.
could be.
It's
Oh
It
my
is.
God, it is.
It is.
Yeah.
Now, so over here we have, like, I'm sure you guys know, America comes together and we vote for an elected official. Right now, Donald Trump is leading the Americans. Now, in Germany, you guys have a prime minister, right?
We got a
No,
chancellor.
we got a chancellor and a president.
We got a chancellor,
Okay.
a president, but we got a ministry. We got like a bunch of people sitting in parliament, and they basically have most of the power. The chancellor is sort of just the head of the ministry, but there's no role that is as powerful as the president. That's like an individual branch of government.
If you take the president, the chancellor, and then give them the power to control the army, then you got the American president.
yeah, basically.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
So the
So
power is
who-
way more
who-
spread out.
Who has the highest rank in Germany? Is it the
president. The
The president.
The who?
The president.
So you guys do have a president in Germany.
Yes.
But he's not. He doesn't hold that much political power. He's actually just a representative. He's kind of like the monarch in England.
It's interesting because they technically have more power than the chancellor, but the chancellors were always the focus on.
Yeah.
But the president basically signs off on laws and stuff.
The kind of the parliament decides on laws, and then the led by the chancellor as like head of the parliament, and then the president just signs it off. And the president also does like the whole ceremonial stuff, giving speeches on New Year's and Christmas, and kind of instates the chancellor when elected. But there's not too much political power in making individual decisions by the president. He's more like a representative. He's just a figure. He's head of state, but that's all he is.
Do you guys vote for these people?
We vote for the parliament, and then the party that actually has the majority in the ruling coalition can set up the chancellor. So we don't directly vote for the chancellor.
Oh yeah, also we have a representative democracy, so if like 20% of the population votes for one party, that party gets 20% of the seats.
Yeah.
So we don't have your system where like because you kind of indirectly vote with the whole first past the post system.
Exactly.
Right.
We don't have, for you, first of all, it's binary because you only have two candidates that are, to be taken serious. But like for us, we vote parties, and as opposed to America, who vote individual people. And I think in America, it's more about like the character of the person, like the individual
Exactly.
person you're voting for. For us, it's just the party and whomever they appoint.
Well,
So do you guys have, how many parties would you say that are prevalent there?
like
Like,
here
what
we have
parties?
Democratic,
We
Republican.
only have two, and there's 99.99% that one
Yeah,
of
we
those
got like
two
5 or
are
6.
going to be.
Yeah, we got I
Okay.
think 5 relatively prevalent ones, but in parliament there is usually like
I'd say
like,
6, but yeah.
Yeah, like 7 or 8 parties usually in there.
Yeah.
Some would just have like one seat or something and aren't very important. You do have to get over 5% of the votes
Of the general
to,
election.
Yeah, exactly, of the election to actually be able to get a seat, though.
That's true.
Oh,
Now,
wow.
in America, you guys went back and forth. One of you said 5, and then one of you said 6. Over here, when you're running for president, you're either a Democrat or a Republican.
Well, no, you can run for president.
Yeah, but
You
the
could
chances
run
You can
as
run
the-
as a
But you're not
third-party
getting
candidate.
elected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So
not getting
what is
elected,
it
yeah.
called over there? Like, do you guys have Democrats? Do you guys have Republicans?
Well, it's different parties. I want to say it's 6, but we have dozens of parties. It's always around
Yeah.
between 5 and 7 that actually make the 5% to get seats in the parliament.
If you get like the election slip, there'll literally be like 20 to 30 parties on there that you could vote for.
yeah.
Right.
See, the way our system was originally set up, it's supposed to be where everyone, I mean, this is democracy at its core, where everyone picks a single person and that they
Yep.
vote for. And technically, it could be anyone within this population that becomes president. But they have worked their way around the system to where the parties are in power,
Right.
basically.
Exactly.
And I'm a libertarian, and I don't believe in the left or the right myself.
Dude, there's so many questions I want to ask you guys.
Let's see.
You know what?
do
You guys want to
have
maybe
any-
you guys want to maybe
sorry?
just cut it right now, do the fact of the week, and then pick it up again because we're kind of
yeah,
at the halfway
yeah.
point.
Go ahead
Yes.
with the fact of the week,
So
guys.
that's-
What you
that-
got for us?
Do you guys have one? You want to start maybe, or if not, then we'll do it.
No, go ahead. It's your
Yeah,
turn.
go ahead.
All right, we're doing this the way we always do, which is by me asking JJ what his fact of the week is. So JJ, what's your fact of the week?
Well, my fact of the week, which I totally did not just forget, and I'm going to pull up again,
He did that. He's
is
clicking right now.
right. So you, I know, are familiar with the band Sabbath. I'm not sure if you guys are.
Band
Wait,
Sabaton?
Black Sabbath?
Sabaton. Sabaton.
Similar genre, actually.
Yeah.
Black Sabbath is heavy metal. Sabaton is power metal. Anyways,
We know Rammstein, and that's it.
fair enough.
Go for it.
So the band Sabaton, in their logo on the letter S, actually depict a Sabaton, which is like the front part of a knight's shoe.
That is very smart. I did not know that.
Hold on. And what is this band called so I can look it up now?
Sabaton, Sabaton. They're a Swedish power metal band.
Yeah, they just make they make songs about history. It's pretty good actually.
wow.
It's hard rock,
I've-
power metal. It's pretty good.
Huh. And now, is this a German-based band?
It's
They're Swedish.
Oh, wow. Have you guys ever been to Sweden?
No,
I have not actually. No.
I know a Swedish person. I've never been though.
Yeah,
Dude,
likewise.
I've been to Sweden as well. I've been to Gothenburg and Sweden.
You've been everywhere in
Yeah.
Europe. I've never left
man.
the continent.
Listen, my mom was married to a Swedish guy, and he traveled he brought us over to Sweden. So I've been to Sweden, Finland, Denmark, Holland, London, Germany, and a couple Caribbean states. But yeah,
Wow.
Sabaton.
Sabaton.
With a T.
Sabaton.
Oh, okay. I'm looking at the image now. All right, what were you gonna say about it?
The letter S in their logo actually depicts a Sabaton, which is like the front part of like the shoe of a knight's armor.
Oh,
Nice.
I never knew that too. It's pretty good.
yeah, that's interesting, man.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead with my fact, and I'm gonna actually use it as a question because I sometimes do that because I like mind-blowing facts. I'm gonna ask you this as well, and I want each of you three to give me an answer, right? So, do you want to take a guess at how many United States capital cities, so state capital cities, are west of LA? Don't look it up. Just take a guess.
Okay, hold
State
on.
capitals west of LA.
Let Alex go first. What do you think?
No, I'm asking the question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I think he's thinking of me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You want
I
JJ
got
go?
it.
I'm really bad at geography, like
He
really
is. But I'm
bad.
kind of curious if you guys can get it.
Wait,
Okay,
so,
so would you like us
west-
to go first?
What you said west of LA?
Oh, JJ, go. West
Go ahead,
of
JJ.
LA.
It's probably not a lot since
Since LA's
LA
on the
is
west
kind of on
coast.
the west coast. Yeah, I'm just gonna go out because it's somewhat mind blowing. It's probably gonna be more than you'd think. So let's just say like 6.
What do you guys think?
I'm gonna say, well, I'm probably wrong because I'm thinking 2 because of Alaska and Hawaii.
All right.
Okay, could you repeat the question again, please?
How many United States, so state capitals, are west of LA?
How many state capitals
Yes.
are west of LA?
Just think of the map.
I would say 0.
No.
I'd say 0.
not
How about
Hawaii.
how about Hawaii and Alaska though?
Okay, well then 2. Yeah, I'd say
So
2.
you guys saying 2, JJ's saying 6. The answer
no,
is
hold on. I'm gonna change my answer.
okay.
I'm gonna say 1.
1. Okay, so 1, 2, and JJ's saying 6. The answer is 6. He's right. JJ's right.
What?
Oh,
didn't
y'all
tell
are
him
cheating
before.
off each other's paper.
No, it's true. It's you got Juneau, Alaska. You got Honolulu. Those are the obvious ones. You got Sacramento. You got Olympia.
Wait, well, Sacramento's west of LA. Oh, it is. You're
See,
right.
you know what? I'm dumb. I was thinking LA.
You got
capital.
Olympia, Washington. You got Salem in Oregon, and you got the absolute kicker, Carson City in Nevada, is west
Wow.
of LA.
Is it really?
Wait a minute.
Yeah,
Are
it
you
is.
serious?
Look at the map. Look at the map. You know, California
Yeah.
just kind of bows to the east on the bottom,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
you're right.
Yeah,
that's
so
true.
it kind of overhangs.
And Carson
Yeah.
City is on the
L-
border. Carson
Yeah,
City's
like-
on the Nevada California border.
Fun fact, I got a ticket in Carson City one time.
Oh Lord, what was you out there doing?
I was doing 93 and an 80 mile an hour
Smokey,
zone.
hold on. I need you to look me in my face. Why were you doing 93 miles an hour?
We had to make the next show. We had to make the next town.
Did you get a ticket? You got a speeding ticket.
Yeah, and I didn't pay it, and they threatened to
Chop
revoke
your
my
balls
license.
off. Oh Lord.
Yeah.
What happens if you guys get a speeding ticket over there? What's the penalty?
I think you just pay, right?
I was about to say, in my experience, I just pay.
Yeah, sometimes if you're good negotiating, so the cop can basically decide, right? If you're really good at acting like you're really sorry, he can actually just
Well,
be like,
if
you
they
know
pull
what?
you over.
Yeah, just be like, oh, you know what? Forget it.
But likely there's just gonna be an actual
Yeah.
just like a machine that just
Yeah.
photographs you.
They'll have the picture machines, right?
If you're not too far over, it's like $20.
Yeah, it's like $20.
I must admit,
$20?
Yeah.
I might have gotten like
JJ got lit up before. I didn't.
I got 2 tickets so far.
I never did. I'm clean.
One of which was stupid because I knew the machine was there. I just didn't think about it.
JJ, I
Yeah.
want you to listen to me, young man. How many tickets have you gotten within the past 2 years?
I've gotten two for speeding. One for
Oh
parking.
Lord! Oh Lord!
I was like 5 kilometers over every
Yeah.
time. It's not a lot.
It's not a lot, but they get you.
Okay,
That's not at all, because they won't even give you a ticket here for that small of an amount. You have to be doing.
It's like 5 to 10. It was like 5 to 10 kilometers or something, which is like 1.6 kilometers is a mile, just for
Yeah.
comparison. So
yeah,
it's like
I'm
it's like
not
3 to
too
6
good on
miles.
Yeah, I'm not too good on the conversion metric system. You guys.
Yeah, we can
and
talk in
also-
miles. That's fine.
Yeah, it was like 3 to 6 miles.
This is all right. Talking to Smokey real quick. This is what makes me think that the American education system is so basic and so redundant, and if I must say, so dumb. If I asked you what is 300 kilometers in miles, you probably couldn't answer that question.
Not without a calculator, no.
But now watch this. Alex and JJ, what's 300 kilometers about in American miles?
Roughly
A
200.
bit under 200, yeah.
This is crazy. This is our education system at
Look,
work.
this is what our education system was set up to do.
It's about 1.6
Yeah, the conversion is 1.6
Yes.
roughly.
roughly.
And I have dyslexia, so it's really hard to do math for me. But that's beside the point. Our education system was not set out to turn out. Was not put in place to turn out intellectuals. Our
Yeah.
education system was to make patriots.
I actually wanted to get onto that education topic.
Don't you
too.
guys in your finals literally just have multiple choice questions for a big part of it?
Mostly,
Like the SATs?
yes.
For the
Yes,
SATs?
yes,
Dude,
exactly.
we were writing essays, man.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
we didn't have any multiple choice questions in our finals.
Like
that's-
this is also a thing, right? German high school finals are harder than all of community college in America.
Wow, that's crazy.
I believe it.
But what I wanted to get on is college, because that's for sure an interesting topic. So because of the financial aspect, right, in America, which is just crazy to me. The
Wait.
thought that-
Why do you think it's crazy?
Because people come out of college in debt by like 5 or 6 figures. That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's unheard of. In Germany, like, I'm speaking for me personally. I'll, like, after 6 or 7 semesters, I'll come out of college and I will make like $3,000 profit in the process.
Wow.
That's
I'm
crazy.
paying
amazing.
I'm paying
I'll-
$500 a year for
Yeah.
tuition.
The only way you're going to make it through a decent college, other than community college, other than some kind of JUCO, is
Wait. What's JUCO?
junior college.
Oh.
If you're going to go to an established university here, you either have to have rich parents or get on a scholarship,
Yeah, exactly.
because you literally cannot work yourself enough to put yourself through a university.
It's possible.
Here's the funny thing, right? German student loans. You can take student loans and you get to only pay back half of the money that they give you.
It's not even student loans. We have this kind of program in place. It's kind of like for promoting educational purposes. You can apply for it and they'll calculate it based on your situation, right? So if
Yeah.
you're living for rent, you get more. If you're living with your parents, you get a bit less. If you have a job that pays a lot at the side, you get less. If your parents are wealthier, you get less.
And if your parents are wealthy enough, for example, you won't just get anything.
Yeah. So exactly. So I'm just gonna go for my example, right? So I still live with my parents. I do work on the side, but I don't make that much. I just work part time. I'm not super rich, but also not super poor. So kind of like lower middle class sort of thing. I'm currently receiving $450 a month.
Wait a minute.
$450 a month.
By working? Or they're just giving...
for studying, for going to college. They pay you to go to college.
Amazing.
And then out of that goes like literally like $250 every half a year goes to the college.
Half of all that money is completely for free, and half of the rest is interest-free loan. You just pay it back later in your life.
And we have to pay back all of our student loans plus interest, and they will chase you for the rest of your life until you pay it back.
Yeah.
Even crazier, the 50% that you have to pay back. If you pay it back in bulk, and if your grades were good, you can get it reduced further.
Exactly.
Wow.
That's why you make a net profit by just studying. By just going on college.
Speaking of the education system, I'm sure all of our listeners right now are thinking, how is it that you guys' English is so perfect being in Germany?
Oh, don't blame that on the education system.
That's not a German thing. That's a JJ and Alex thing. You don't want to listen to the average German speaking English. It's terrible.
I can tell you exactly the problem.
Is it a second language over there?
I mean, everyone has to take English in basically throughout all of middle and high school.
So it's basically like Spanish to us.
Yeah, basically. But it's more rigorous, like you have to do it.
The problem is they teach it to you mostly through writing. So you have to write exams, you have to hand in written tasks, you barely ever have to do any speaking, and if you do, it's barely graded at all. So knowing the grammar and individual vocabulary is the most important thing. So a lot of people in Germany that I went to school with as well, they can write a perfect exam, but if you want to speak with them in English, they can't really formulate a sentence without mispronouncing literally every other word.
It sounds absolutely ass. The way that we learn to speak English is not school. Don't mistake that.
I learned to speak English from watching YouTube videos.
Yeah, YouTube videos.
Are you kidding me?
No. Watching sports, football, baseball, basketball.
I'm not talking about like tutorials or language guides or anything. No. I watch Let's Plays.
Yeah, just regular stuff.
What do you guys? Stuff. What do you what do you like on Netflix right now? What are your shows?
I'm currently actually watching Titans.
I pirate everything. I don't pay for Netflix.
Me neither, bro. I'm the same way.
I don't pay for Netflix either. I got access to Joe's account.
Right. They're sharing it with like 4 people too.
JJ's a thief.
It's true.
I actually I watched Titans, which for you guys isn't even on Netflix because for you that's on DC Universe. Great thing about streaming services in Germany is that we don't have half of the streaming services that you guys have. So Netflix has a lot more shows on it than over there.
We got like Netflix and we got Amazon Prime.
Man, we got Netflix, we got Hulu, we got Amazon Prime, we got Tubby, we got Pluto,
HBO Go, CW Seed. Yeah, I'm familiar.
All right, dude. Listen, I see that we're gonna be going for a while. I want to ask y'all another question. How is okay? In the 50 states of America, we have 52 two provinces. So out of the majority of the American states, marijuana is considered illegal in all, maybe 9 states. It's legal on a state level. How is it in Germany? If you let's say JJ's driving down the road because he's gotten 2 speeding tickets in the past 2 years, and he's got wait, did I get that right or is that Alex?
Yeah, that's correct.
That's correct. We got a parking ticket too on top of that.
Oh,
that parking ticket was Joe's fault.
All right. Oh yeah,
because he literally was like, oh yeah, like you can park there, don't worry about it. All right. And like we come back to my car and there's a ticket.
Yeah, there you
parking
go.
ticket. But I'm
trust
curious.
Nobody.
So let's say you're both of you guys are driving down the road. Let's say JJ's driving, and JJ is doing the speed limit. He's doing everything perfectly fine, but the cop pulls him over. He smells a strong odor of marijuana, and he just so happens to find, let's say, three joints in his car. What happens?
There is. So first of all, you're not allowed to buy or sell marijuana.
It's completely illegal.
But you are allowed to have, I believe, around here. That's actually also in different parts of Germany slightly different. But depending on where you are, it's between 2 and 3 grams that you're legally allowed to have in your possession for personal use.
See, you can't buy it and you can't use it, but you can have it.
Wait a minute. Wait a
yeah.
minute.
See, we
If
we
you
had
want
a
to just,
few-
if you just want to have it to carry around, that's fine. But
I think
you can't
you're
have acquired
technically
it.
allowed to use too, but
not
if they
sure.
catch you buying it, that's just
Are you
yeah.
allowed to use? I don't think you're allowed to use. Are you?
Well, definitely not about driving, but
I'm not sure about that.
but yeah, you can have like 2 to 3 grams without
Something
getting
like
into
that.
trouble for it.
Something
but
like that.
See,
So
we
it's
had a few
not a lot.
states that were like that before the big legalization push started here. We did have, especially in Alaska, I think was the first place I heard of like that. You could have up to an ounce on your person, but you're not legally allowed to buy it or sell it.
Yeah, which is crazy
Yeah.
to me. So where do
Exactly.
I? So all right, check this scenario out. Let's say you said it's legal to buy it. Is that what you said?
No.
it's not legal
No,
to buy.
it's
No,
not legal
It's
to-
just legal to possess it
It's legal
to
have-
up to 3 grams.
It's the same.
Okay, so if let's say I'm going to Smokey, I'm coming to your house, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I am buying 2 grams from you, right?
Yes.
It's illegal for me to buy those 2
Yes.
grams. But as soon as you hand it to me, now it's
Yeah.
legal?
As long as you get away without being seen, you're fine.
Dude, this is crazy.
Yeah.
The idea is that they don't want to put people in jail or fine them that much for just using drugs. The problem is the
They want
people
to
that
get
sell
it.
it.
They want to get at the dealers, not the
So
users.
if you're only a user, the idea is to just not buy that much that they think you're a dealer and you get away with it.
Right.
Yes. That makes sense. That it is kind of similar.
Right. Do you
Also, you can buy it in the Netherlands and import it into Germany.
That's true.
You can actually go through the border with it, and again, unless it's more than, depending on where exactly in Germany, 2 to 3 grams.
See, if we really wanted to smoke, we could hop in a car. We'd be in the Netherlands in 2 hours, and we could smoke
Oh,
however
oh
much
my
we want
God.
in any cafe.
Wait, you don't have to take a ferry?
No.
Man, when we went to Sweden, you know Norway is literally across the street from Sweden. And everyone's saying, "Oh, it's 5, 10, maybe 45 kilometers away." So I'm thinking, "Cool, we're going to hop in a car, we're going to drive." We had to take a ferry to get from Sweden to I can't remember if it was Sweden to Norway or Sweden to Denmark. But it seems like they
Probably
take
Denmark.
ferries. Yeah, I want to say it was Denmark. But everywhere, man. I don't know. I want to say, dude, there's so much I want to ask these guys, bro.
I mean,
I wanna
There's no
know-
land connection between Denmark and
Yeah, I guess it's just
Sweden, though.
shorter because everything of like the Sweden-Norway region is connected to the rest of Europe, but
You could drive
if
through
you go through
Finland.
land, it's way longer.
You could drive through Finland, Russia, Estonia, Poland, and then Germany, and then show up in Denmark. But no sense in that. But the Netherlands, there's a land connection there. It's like 2 hours from here.
That's crazy.
I want to know, you guys are obviously well versed on American culture, but are there any questions you have that you don't know about America?
Yeah, is there anything you guys want to ask us?
You got something?
Not from the top of my head, no.
So I'm still really curious about the educational system.
Oh, yeah,
like
right.
the college stuff, but
Dude,
also like
these guys
the
are
lower levels.
dope. All right, well, let me tell you something.
Hold on, he had a question.
I'm sorry, go ahead. Sorry.
Now you can go ahead and tell us.
What was your question?
He was just asking what the education system is
Yeah.
like.
So
over
how's
there.
it looking like? How's elementary school work, for
Well-
example? This is like 4 years.
Now, I know, okay, you guys say that you go to university. To us,
Right.
that sounds like improper English. If someone came up to us and they said, "Hey, man, I'm going to go to university," that doesn't sound right.
We would say a
Yeah.
university.
A university.
But
Well-
the common term would be you're going to college.
College.
College, yeah.
College. We usually like when we speak, like I usually just say the word college anyway. But there is technically a difference, and technically it's called university.
Also,
Yes.
that's one of the things that if you were to speak with a Brit, they would say uni or university, like just
Yeah.
as you would say college.
You know, I
Now,
think
we generally tend towards American English, but I like, especially in this case, when we're talking about cross-cultural stuff, I like to emphasize the difference a bit by using the closer to the way we would say it in German.
I'm sorry, but I am absolutely blown away about as to how good you guys' English are. I mean, y'all sound like y'all are down the street from us.
Don't mistake that for German though. Like,
Yeah.
that's really not a common occurrence.
I mean, we've been really, first of all, exposed to like a lot of English media, and then we've also now been kind of on the side, like for hours a week, just
We're doing
making
it, yeah.
content, and we also exclusively talk in English to each other.
Yeah.
So we've been talk for hours and hours in English for 2 years, and over time you just get better at it as well.
Yeah, just got everything set to English, like all my electronics, all the language, like content, location, everything. Just got to set it to English, to kind of use, because I don't need to use German any other like than just talking to people on the street who don't speak English, right? So, I also prefer the English language. So I live in English for the most part. So does he. I also like if I'm watching a TV show, it's usually produced within an English-speaking country, usually America, of course. So I don't see the purpose in just watching a translation of the program, and then like they'll get the puns wrong because you can't really translate them. So might as well watch the original version. Yeah. And I also don't really enjoy German YouTube, for example. I enjoy English YouTube a lot better. I don't like the language. The language to me, it doesn't sound nice. The German language, I don't like it. I like hearing it. I like speaking it.
Again, it's more of a personal stuff and less representative of the country or our generation.
Germans in general, though they might learn grammar, they're terrible English speakers. It sounds awful.
Well,
I don't like the accent.
The thing is, we grew up in an area where common or proper English is not common.
Absolutely not. Instead of saying, where are you going, where we're from, we would say, where you going?
Where you going, yeah. But that's how we would speak to
we use colloquialisms as well. Yeah. I tend to be a little more fancy than I need to most of the time, but
JJ,
he does it on purpose.
JJ, you are officially my homeboy. No, Smokey, wait a minute. Smokey, did you know what colloquialism means?
Yes.
Not too many people
around here would know what a colloquialism
exactly.
is.
A colloquialism is basically, see, I don't know if you guys know what this means.
It's a common term to a culture of an area.
I can give it one word. Ebonics. It's basically Ebonics.
Oh, yes. You guys know what Ebonics is, right?
Yeah. That's the type of stuff you get taught in English class, though.
Yeah, when we're
also
speaking
English
to each
class
other,
in Germany primarily teaches British English.
Yeah, unfortunately.
For some reason, for 1 year, they decided to teach us American English so that we would know what it's like, and then they just went back to British.
Going from high school, you can basically choose what you want to use.
Yeah, and then they'll teach you British English, then they'll teach you American English, and they go back to British English, and then they complain if people use specific differences from either one.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you can choose, and in the end, you can use whatever you want.
How do you expect people not to mix if they don't use it on a day-to-day basis, and you're just teaching them two versions of the same language?
What were you about to say, Smokey?
I was saying when we speak to each other, and especially around this area, people, we use Ebonics fluently.
Right.
And be like, hey, what's up, fool? What you doing?
What it do, shouty?
Yeah, where you been at lately?
I ain't shit, just coolin', folk.
I feel you.
It's really no different. We're talking to you the exact same way that we'll talk among each other.
That's what's so mind-blowing to me, man, is how, I don't know, man, when I went to Sweden and Germany, they looked at, all right, here's something else. Okay, you guys have watched some of our podcasts, right?
Yeah, I watched the two most recent ones.
Okay, Smokey, he is Irish, white, and Cherokee Indian, right?
Yeah.
Right.
I am black, white, and Irish. Now, when I went to Germany, when I went to Sweden, when I went to Finland, not so much in London, and definitely in Denmark, when they looked, my mom is 100% black. When they looked at her, it's not like over here, I don't know how it is over there, but over here, racism is a huge thing. And we live in the South, so you have some of these old timer, good old white folks, and
they haven't grown out of it yet.
Right. And you have these people looking at us like, oh, you're this, you're beneath us. But in Sweden, Finland, Denmark, and a little bit of London and Germany, y'all didn't look at my mother as someone beneath them. You guys actually thought she was beautiful. Y'all like, oh my God, we've never seen anything like you. We don't have any black people here. And to them, it was fascinating.
I think that's a very interesting part, because cultural diversity is compared to America over here, there's nothing. 99% of the population is just white. And then of course we started getting more immigrants from Muslim countries and all that, but you walked on the street, it's just white folks everywhere, right?
That is very rare here.
In terms of acceptance, no one's gonna bat an eye if we had I think we had, over the time we went to high school and middle school, we had 2 black people over 8 years we were there that were ever even at that school at all.
Did they speak English?
But that's not a problem.
Did they speak
I
English
don't
or
know.
German?
I don't know. I didn't personally
Well,
know
I mean,
because they were like in different
one of them
groups.
definitely was a German who was just of some kind of
Yeah.
ethnic descent. Not sure about the other one. He was like in 5th grade when we were graduating.
Yeah,
So
I didn't personally know them because they were like in very different grades. But it's when there is though, it's not a problem at all. There really isn't, for at least to me personally, specifically like in our generation, but in general, no such thing as the casual racism. That barely exists. I know there's some people who are kind of a little bit on the edge about the whole
refugee thing.
the whole refugee thing, and we shouldn't bring in that many Muslims and all that. But that's more of a anti-Islam thing. But it's not that radical. There's some sort of parties that's like, okay, we have this one party, which is literally translated as the alternative for Germany. They're kind of the right wingers.
That's crazy. You even know what that is.
Sort of the Trump effect in Germany. They're kind of like Trump, right? Like sort of, maybe even less extreme than Trump, and they're considered like these guys are right wingers. They're publicly ridiculed for the most part. Like they're the anti-Islam guys.
I mean,
oh wow! Of course we do have that here. Of course.
Yeah.
Like
I know
Islam is the new. It's almost like people are seeing Islam as a race now, and you know it's almost like racism, but I guess religionism. I don't know how you would phrase it, but you know, people are definitely biased against religions nowadays, and that's almost a new thing to us, I guess. I guess we didn't have a huge Islamic population back in the day, but here recently, you know, I would say. After the war on terrorism, you know, I think that's what started it all, of course, in 9/11, you know, so then there became this huge population of anti-Islam people around here, and they are very serious about it too.
Yeah, I find it curious how you got so much more cultural diversity and just so much more conflicts with that.
It's amazing.
Seems counterintuitive to me.
I'm wondering, do you guys, what's the Asian population over there? Like, is there a lot of Asians? Is there a lot of Mexicans? Is there any?
There is
barely anything.
There is barely any foreigners. The most foreigners that we get are either Eastern European, Russian, or they're Turkish.
Yeah, usually. Exactly. So I want to say that I want to say if you just regularly walk down the street, 95% of people are just regular old white Germans, and then like 4.5 are either Muslims from Turkey or Syria, or Russians or Eastern European, and like that one in 200 guy, or even less than that, is something else.
Yeah, I mean, we do. Interestingly enough, at our university, we have a lot of Asians
because we got Chinese exchange students.
Yeah, but like on like the day to day, just walking through town or something, not really.
Yeah.
The one thing that I know about kind of racism in Germany, first of all, the generally against the anti-Muslim thing, and also I feel like the older generations have a lot of like one of those some of the biases from back in the day, and they tend to use slurs more often, that kind of stuff, but they're not really, not like they would be hostile towards someone, they are just not very politically correct about it either.
Yeah, they're not trying to really offend anyone, but you get for example, you get like the generation of our grandparents, without even knowing about or trying to be offensive in any way, they'll just casually use the N-word. They'll just do it.
Oh wow!
So is
but
that
it's like when they grow up, it was like a natural thing. Yeah, that's what they call them. We don't mean bad by it. It's just one new word for them.
So that brings up the last topic that I want to talk about today, because it does seem weird that there's a lack of racism over there, considering what has happened in the past. And you know exactly what I'm talking about. And
I think that's a reason for it.
That's
too.
the big thing. Yeah. Like Germany is so afraid to do anything that could, in the vaguest sense, associate them with Nazis.
You know why I think that is?
Why?
Because what is Germany known for?
Of course, World War II.
Yeah, 2 World Wars.
Beer and pretzels.
Yeah, beer and pretzels.
Yeah, both World Wars.
Whatever Brischkenschnacksken is.
I've never heard of that.
I'm just
just being ignorant.
Yeah, just making up names. But dude, you guys got some more time, right? We can talk for a little bit more.
Yeah,
right?
sure.
I wanted to get into this.
Go ahead. What you got?
How do you guys view the Third Reich these days? And I
Yeah.
know. See, I've heard stories that it's off limits, that you guys can't even talk about it anymore. And I don't
Oh,
know
we
if that's
talk
true.
about
or
We
it.
can
not.
talk about it.
what do
We
you,
can talk
when it
about
comes to Hitler, and then when it comes to Hitler, there was literally I think there still is a Nazi Germany, isn't there?
Are there Nazis
I don't think so. Actually, like at this point, we're pretty strictly dealing with that stuff. We're actually pretty open about talking about that stuff. It's like education in school. All of our history classes, basically from year 8 out, just focus on just that. And we have a pretty clear stance against that stuff. And like in terms of Nazis in Germany, there's always going to be some idiots, but I would argue that the neo-Nazi population in America is much
Yes,
more
we do have
prevalent
them here.
than
That's
than
the
in
crazy
Germany.
thing
Germany
is-
is really.
I actually deal in compressed gases, mostly medical gases, for my real job, and we have these tanks that all came from Lindy. When after the war, they moved them over here. The company was called Lindy.
Right.
And these tanks that I sell still have the swastikas
Are you serious?
imprinted on them.
Wow.
Yes.
Are you
Wow.
serious?
Now they would go back and try to etch over them at some point in time. You know, I would imagine.
Yeah, we're harsh about that stuff.
Yeah.
To some points where I wouldn't even agree with.
Yeah,
that.
the problem is there's a lot of like Nazi associated stuff that you like literally aren't allowed to say, draw, or do.
Yeah.
Or you can't use
Yes,
swastikas.
Draw
Obviously,
or drawer. What does that mean?
You can't draw.
Draw.
A swastika.
I said draw as in draw swastikas.
Oh,
That's
draw,
just that was
okay.
one example. As in you can't use a symbol. You can't say Hail Hitler, but you can't say it in German. You can say it in any other language that you like. You just can't say it in German.
Oh wow.
Now,
we aren't allowed to sing
Why is that?
the-
Why can't? Not only why can't you say it, but what happens if you do say it?
It's illegal. I'm
It's-
not
it's
sure.
illegal. I mean, it's not gonna be like someone's like the FBI gonna swat you. It's just like it's really looked down upon.
and I
Like,
think,
even just for comedy
I
purposes.
mean, depending on how much you do it, I think you can get jailed for it too.
yeah, maybe.
mean,
some
that-
maybe like some
You can
disorderly
get
behavior
jailed
stuff.
for saying Heil Hitler.
I don't think he go to jail. I don't think he
At
go
the very
to
least, you
jail.
can be fined. I'm not sure about
Yeah, some
the exact-
disorderly behavior. If I stood at the marketplace and screamed Heil Hitler and did Nazi gestures, someone might come up and be like, "You got to get out of here."
The most
Wow.
interesting
You
thing.
know, if that happened here, someone would come along, the police would come along and actually protect your right
yeah,
to say
and
that.
say you're okay.
Yeah.
We'll follow you home.
We'll make sure no one messes with you.
Right.
The craziest thing is we are legally not allowed to sing the first paragraph of our own national anthem.
That's true because
All right. Hold on.
And
let's
that
hear
predates
it. Let's
the
hear
Nazis.
it, Alex. Let's hear it.
They
no,
can't.
we're not allowed to. But like
All right,
after the
wait
war,
a minute,
also
hold
Also,
on.
by the way, I'm gonna say this. I also don't know it. I don't know my anthem by heart.
It's the whole Germany above all else, above all else in the world. That thing.
something like that. So
But-
I don't know my anthem. We're not about the anthem life as much as America is too.
It's just.
I have probably heard the German anthem like 3 times in my life.
Oh, wow. We
Listen.
hear ours every day
Yeah.
almost.
I pledge
Yeah.
allegiance.
Well, that's the pledge. I'm talking about the anthem.
That's the pledge.
the
Yeah.
anthem?
We don't do anything like that, man.
That's
you walk
a
into
shame that
that's-
y'all know more about American.
Oh, say, can
And
you see?
by the dawn's
What's the-
early light?
I know that anthem. I know that one, but no, you like the patriotism stuff. We don't do that. In
We
Germany.
don't have patriotism because patriotism
amazing.
Is
is
looked
what
down
the Nazis did. So we can't do
You
it.
want to walk down the street,
Yes.
go into a school, any
Yes.
public institution. You're not going to see a German flag inside anywhere.
Man, we have
we
these,
don't do it.
We have these hardcore
They're everywhere, right?
patriots here, and
Yeah.
they look at it as, oh, it should be illegal to not be a patriot. And that's
Yeah.
the same thing I say. I'm like, isn't that Hitlerish?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, isn't that
Kind of, sort of, right?
Yeah.
This is what I'm thinking. Okay, before I say this, I want to ask you guys, JJ, Alex, and you both. Do you guys have blonde hair and blue eyes?
I do have dark blonde hair and blue eyes. JJ has.
I have brown hair. I have brown hair and like greenish grayish eyes.
Yes.
Okay, so Hitler would have killed you both.
No,
No.
well, I mean,
No.
Hitler had black hair and
Hitler
brown
had black
eyes.
hair.
Hitler was a
See-
Jew.
He was of Jewish
Yes,
heritage.
that's true.
Yeah.
He was also a short guy
Like-
with black hair.
Nazis are the biggest hypocrites in the world. Like,
They
that's,
are.
That's a fact.
Look,
Yeah.
you
that's
know
true.
what's
Didn't they
crazy?
even have like a disabled person like in on, like the higher
I
ranks or
don't
something?
know. Maybe.
I think there was something
Yeah.
which they were also against. Like the Nazis are hypocritical as fuck.
Absolutely.
And that's not the worst.
So over here in America, like, you guys know what the N-word is, right?
Well, he already
Yeah.
said that.
Okay, all right.
Referenced it earlier.
So
Yes.
if you guys say, like, you said the population of black people over there is probably 2%. Would you agree with that or no?
Less.
No, less, much
Less
less. Maybe
than
0.2%.
Okay.
Probably one in 10,000.
Okay,
Wow.
so let's say you can't say the first paragraph of your anthem. Is it okay for you to go, let's say you had a fight with this less than 1% black person in your country. You go
Yeah.
to him and you call him that derogatory name, which is the quote unquote N-word. Is that just as bad as saying the paragraph of your anthem?
I don't think it's that bad.
First of all, I believe we are technically allowed to say the paragraph, we're just not allowed to sing it.
yeah,
That,
something.
Again, weird German law.
So I can say it, but I just can't harmonize it?
you can probably, yeah, probably.
Could you imagine
it's weird.
if we were like, "Oh, say, can you see?" But then we can't go, "Oh, say, can you?" That is amazing.
Yeah, that's
It
kind
is
of how it works. But if you, I think like saying the N word in Germany, I don't think it's like legally that bad. I think it's just like a sort of a thing like any other word. Basically, you just
Yeah.
don't insult someone.
You
for no
technically,
reason.
I think it's technically illegal to insult people,
Yeah.
I think, but it's also like one of those things that's like virtually never
Yeah,
enforced.
like if I call someone the N word, it's just like calling someone the a-hole, right? It's
Okay,
it's
wow.
no
Well,
different really.
I just have to use my privilege here for 1 second. I'm the only half
gonna say
black
it.
Yeah.
person in here. Smokey, you are a mixture of everything, but you ain't got no black in you. JJ, you are not black. Alex, you are not black. So I just want to
Nope.
take the time out right here and say this word, nigga. Thank you.
Yep. So
Yeah,
brave, so brave.
This has been great, man. This has been great.
Yeah,
man.
let's keep going, dude.
Wow, how long have we been going here?
You guys have another segment that you want to go on with, right? Don't you have?
I know that's kind of what we were going at. We have the song of the week to end
Yeah,
it off.
I'm curious about you.
Yes.
But now you can't play Guten Tag in Germany because we're not going to know that. I mean, we're not going to.
We I don't think we've ever had a German song. We don't listen to German music.
We've
at
had songs by German bands before,
all. In English though.
Yeah.
but yeah, they're English. Like,
Yeah.
there's more German bands than you'd think.
You
that
don't have
are
to worry
international.
about any German stereotypes being fulfilled by us.
Fun fact: the Scorpions are German.
Yeah, the
This-
Scorpions are
oh,
German.
wow.
Oh,
That
I
is
didn't
right.
know that.
I knew that
Yeah,
actually.
Really?
And actually,
true.
I don't know if y'all knew this, but Elton John is half German.
Is that true?
I did not know that actually.
I didn't
Elton,
know
I know
the
that.
name Elton is a German name. Elton.
Is
a
it?
Yes.
Never heard it.
Really? I didn't know
It's
that.
probably a bit more archaic.
Maybe. Yeah, I didn't know that. You know that Donald Trump is like a quarter German?
Dude,
I can believe that.
of course. All right. What, man, I want to keep going, dude.
Man,
His grandfather immigrated to America and changed his name.
Listen, so in Germany, what do you guys think of Donald Trump?
To us, he's basically just a giant clown show. Like we've
Yeah.
been making
It's a
fun of him
cartoon,
since he got
right?
elected.
I
That's
think
all it's
so.
been. It's like look, it's like the general idea is just how stupid are they? Like that sort of thing.
Yeah, and I mean, he's like every now and again, like he did something silly, it's in the news,
Yeah.
but of course it doesn't directly affect us, so it's more of
Yeah.
a joke
Well,
than anything
It's
else.
really just a laughing stock to us for
to
the most
half
part.
of
Actually,
America, that's what he is here as well.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, so in America, we look at Donald Trump as a clown, as a
cartoon.
a cartoon, right? So
Yeah.
in other countries, like in Germany, do you guys look at us like, oh, look at these dumb Americans, they elected him to be his president? Do y'all do that?
yeah. I mean, I want to say the general
I think the
consensus is
consensus
that
is, yeah.
that the average American population is pretty dubious to say the least.
But then again, our media generally is relatively left-leaning, which of course informs the general populace as well a bit. On their
I
opinions.
wouldn't even say that. I wouldn't say that. I actually don't agree with
At
that.
least when they talk about American politics, they're always very in favor of the Democrats and very against the Republicans, in my experience.
Yeah, that's
like
true.
German news shows, like so. I mean, it
But
depends on the issue,
that's
really.
also another thing. We can talk about that off the air, but like political spectrums are very skewed in
Oh
in
no,
both
sir!
different
This
views.
is trash talk. We will talk about it on air.
I mean, you can talk about it on the air.
Okay,
Yeah,
I want
let's
to give
get
it
If
to
we're
you.
talking anyways, we might as well record it.
So what's considered like left, like, or let's say with like centrism, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what's considered about politically the political center
That would be what
over
I
here in
Libertarian, right?
America
Yeah, we're
is
libertarian.
in America is just completely socialism.
Do we have,
Socialism is center there.
No. He said what
What to us is center is to you socialism. So the Democrats for you, to us would be definitely on the right side of the spectrum, and the Republicans are far right. They're right wingers to us.
Yes,
and the Democrats are center right.
Well, the far right would be conservatives, and the far left would be liberals and socialists. And even communists would be considered left.
we have socialists?
Yeah, they're far left, of course.
Oh wow, that's crazy.
Well, I mean,
But like the two main
liberalism is-
parties that you got to us are both on the right side of the spectrum.
That's amazing.
So like
That's
exactly.
crazy.
So like our conservatives are about on the level as your Democrats.
I mean, to be fair, that's also
Jesus.
partially because of the Red Scare and America just intrinsically hating communism. So
Yeah,
everything
that's
that veers left from center is like, oh my god, they're communists, kill them now.
That's true. That's true.
Wow, yeah. We had a
true.
big war against not a physical war, but we had a war against communism, of course.
Yeah, McCarthy.
More of propaganda. Yeah, McCarthyism.
Yes, that's exactly what it was.
So,
Exactly.
we're well into an hour here, guys. Did you
Yeah.
guys had a song of the week? We're curious to see what your song of the
Yeah,
week.
we're gonna do the song of the week and then close it up. And if you want to, we can keep talking off the air a little bit and
Sure.
hopefully
Yeah, we'll
also
do
do
that.
this again. It's been fun.
Yeah, what
Like
you guys
future-
got for the song of the week? Let's see if we can
Future
get
podcasts to come. So let's take this over. JJ, what's your song of this week?
My song of the week is actually Fields of Verdun by Sabaton, which is from
Wow.
their new album, The Great War, which is going to release in July.
That's the
just-
song
I
about
ju-
World War One.
I just want to throw it out there. I think JJ's favorite group right now is Sabaton.
I'm not sure about that.
No.
I'm not sure about that. Whew.
I'm not. Favorite group is tough. Probably like long term, my favorite band actually is Bon Jovi, believe it or not.
Really?
Jovi's
Which is-
pretty good.
What?
Which
Yeah,
is
Slippery when
a
Will.
Jovi-
lot
Right.
further from the whole metal thing than.
Bon Jovi is definitely strong.
Wait
Yeah.
a minute. Have y'all ever
We've
heard?
also gotten into
I'm sorry to cut you off, Alex, but
Yeah.
have y'all ever heard of 3-6 Mafia?
no.
Do you guys
No.
listen to any
Sounds like
hip-hop?
rap. I don't know.
Yeah, do y'all
No,
do
No,
any?
we don't.
No,
Nah, we don't. Okay, no, not German specific. It's just as bad. But like JJ and myself specifically, we don't do any music, or just a rule of thumb, any music that is not older than ourselves.
I literally
Oh,
just said the
wow.
song is from 2019.
Yeah, I know. In this
Okay,
case,
Well,
yes.
3-6
But yeah,
Mafia dates
generally-
back to the 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alright.
generally
I've
we
never heard of them.
tend to listen to like classic rock to metal, like that.
So-
We're like
band
we're like
for the most
70s,
part.
80s guys.
So
Also like
Pink
traditional pop, that kind of
Floyd,
stuff.
You guys like Pink Floyd?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the stuff right
What
there,
about
exactly.
the Beatles?
Yeah.
Yeah.
the
What?
Beatles.
Hold on. What
Big
about
time.
the zombies?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
no,
you
I-
have an opinion on that.
I don't like the. I don't. No. You mean Zombie by the Cranberries?
Oh, sorry, yeah, no,
Wait,
I-
hold a minute. Do you?
Zombies?
Not, wait a minute.
Cranberries.
You don't like the zombies?
No, sorry, I got that.
I don't
got that
even
mixed
know
up.
the band
I don't.
Zombies.
It doesn't ring a bell, honestly.
I don't know that.
They were
But
talking
here's
about
my
the
song of the
Cranberries.
week.
That's Irish.
Yeah.
Sorry, that I got that mixed up.
The
Because
Cranberries.
zombie.
The Cranberries. I don't like.
Smokey,
That's
what?
true.
Smokey. What song does the? Do you know any songs by the Cranberries?
Of course, Zombie.
Oh no.
Zombie.
We just
I'm
mentioned, yeah.
I hate that song. I hate it with passion.
Really?
It's terrible. Yeah, it's awful. I don't like it.
I like it.
Wow.
Guys, this
JJ
is-
likes it.
Look, I don't know if to all of our fans out there on the Trash Talks America and all the fans on the Trash Talk over the pond in Germany, I know in Germany y'all aren't really big on the hip hop scene, but me and this guy right here, we have made songs that have blew up where we are from, and we're gonna send y'all some good hip hop music.
All right. You know what? We got a playlist for that sort of thing. Actually,
Oh yeah.
we have in our podcast we have a viewer music suggestion playlist because we always do song of the week, and we added a playlist so that the viewers can add their song of the week. You can definitely drop yours in there if you want.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's-
if
It's
okay,
a bit finicky with the system, but YouTube allows for playlists that other people can add songs to, videos to. So that's how we do that.
Nice. So,
Exactly.
when you guys do the song of the week, do you guys play like a tune or how do you?
No.
No. We just name the song and tell people to go look it up.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
And then
Because
no
we'll
one
probably
does
get pulled
likely,
from
but
YouTube if we were to play.
yeah, exactly.
Exactly. You don't want to get here demonetized. So I'm gonna get my song of the week. My song of the week is gonna be "Mary Jane Kelly" by Volbeat. You all heard of Volbeat? You know
Say-
the band who everybody's wearing their t-shirts. Volbeat.
Oh, Volbeat?
Yeah, Volbeat.
Of course.
I don't.
See that?
Fun
That's-
fact: they're
Volbeat.
Danish.
They're Danish. Yeah,
Wait,
they're from
Volbeat,
Denmark.
didn't they make that song Heaven Nor Hell?
I don't know about
I
that.
think so. Yeah.
Yeah, possible. Yeah.
I love
I don't know
Volbeat.
that.
All right, so
Yeah,
I'm gonna
Volbeat-
Yeah,
give
Bobby's great.
I'm gonna give my song of the
great.
week, and he's gonna give his song of the week.
All right.
All right, my song of the week is going to be called "Back to the Basics" by Hollywood 6.
Oh, you're gonna put yourself.
I'm gonna
in there.
put my own song
Really,
out there.
dude?
I mean, hey,
Really?
that's the obvious thing to do. If you do music,
Fair
just
enough. Fair enough.
self-promotion.
Fair enough.
Should I take it
I
back,
can
or
see
Why
that.
is
wouldn't
that
you?
okay?
No, it's fine.
It's fine.
All right, back to
We've
the
never
basics,
had that because none of
Hollywood
us make music.
Nope. We're not very talented in terms of music.
What
And my song of the week will be "Sad Rappers" by Tom McDonald.
Okay, awesome.
I don't know either of those songs.
Yeah,
I'm sure
But yeah,
you
you
don't.
can put them in the
but-
playlist.
Well,
for
well,
sure.
that's the thing. We don't know the songs that you guys have given us, so we'll check out your songs.
Yes.
and
Yeah.
you guys check out our songs.
Exactly.
Sounds
Good.
great.
Sounds good.
Anything-
So,
Go ahead.
yeah, that's about the end of the pod. We usually end it on the song of the week. If we want to, we can
Oh,
keep
go
talking
for it.
off the air.
Yeah.
You
a
want
little
to do
bit.
your closing?
But
Yeah, I want to.
yeah, we don't want to pull it out too long.
Anything else you guys want to add to the people on our side and over the pond and on your side and over your pond? What you guys got to close it out for?
I think we're gonna we can do the outro together.
Yeah.
We can do our outro and we can just kind of involve you guys. We'll explain how it works. So,
All right.
okay, so our audience basically is all United States for the most part. Anyway, we don't have that big of a European audience because, of course, of the language. We do have some.
The two biggest audiences are Germany and USA.
Hey,
Yeah,
I wanted
that's-
to talk
that's
about
true.
football a little bit, but we can do that.
We'll
another
do that at
time.
a later
We can
date.
do that later. We can do that for
Alright.
sure. No problem.
But all right, go ahead. You guys
So-
close it out. What's yours?
Yeah, man, it's been great. It's been fun. I hope we can do this again.
I love
and,
it,
love it.
To both support bases, if you like this, man, drop a like, leave a comment on both videos. Go check out both channels, subscribe to both channels, and let it be known that you came here from the collaboration, because that way we know that we're supposed to do it again.
Preach.
And if you enjoyed it, we definitely will. It's been fun, and I'm looking forward to doing more of that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, check out TrashCanTV for some gaming content with a focus on Hearthstone.
Yeah, if you wanna play some
that
Hearthstone.
interests any of you.
Yeah, and check out the definitely trash talkers, man. They're
Right.
great. You want
I-
to just
I
focus
just-
on some trash talk?
Right. I want to close it out by saying, everybody who's watching this right now on the American side and on the German side, go check out the Trash Can TV. These guys are phenomenal. We have so many similarities, and it's great to actually have people over the pond to have things that we can actually collaborate with them on. Also, while you guys are out there, go check out youtube.com/Hollywood6. Me and JJ are actually going to be playing a few more Hearthstone games. So,
Alright.
with that being said, you guys go ahead and say your names.
All right, so I've been Alex. This has been JJ. You know how our outro works?
How's it go?
So the idea is basically that I'm gonna say that's it, and then Jay's gonna ask me that's it, and I'm gonna say that's it, right? In this case, we're just gonna involve 4 people. So I'm just gonna call the name,
Well, hold on,
and you're
hold
gonna
on,
be like
hold on,
that's
hold
it.
on. You say your name, and then...
No, I'm not.
Go ahead.
I already said my name. We just end the video by saying that's it. So JJ will be like, "That's it," and I'm go like, "That's it," and then he stops the recording, right?
Okay.
So we're gonna do it with 4 people. So I'm just gonna call out y'all names, and you're gonna be like, "That's it," and then we end when I said that's it.
Awesome. Let's
Unless
do
you
it.
want to do any more outros or plugs or anything.
Yeah,
Well-
if you want to say more stuff, go ahead.
Well, I was figuring you guys say your two names, and then we say our 2 names, and
And
then
then we
you,
can do
Alright.
the that's it.
yeah, and then you say that's it, and then we'll finish out with our little quote.
All right,
right.
cool. So
Okay, fair enough.
yeah, I've been Alex.
I'm a JJ.
My name is Behringer Hollywood 6.
And I am Larry Smokey Ramirez Cowan.
JJ.
That's it.
That's it.
And we are over and out.
Deuces, and I love you guys. That's it.